Hey BizAv friends, John Kosak here from the Air Traffic Services Desk at the FAA Command Center. Just wanted to give you a little insight into the ATC Zero event that took place in Dallas on the 13th of this month. Um, Early in the afternoon, there was an event. A fire alarm was triggered and fumes were detected inside the Dallas TRACON facility. Because of this, the facility was evacuated and therefore went to what they call ATC Zero status. So, real quick, what is ATC Zero status? What that means is that they are unable to provide the published ATC services for that facility, whether it's a tower, a TRACON, or an actual center. In this particular case, it was the TRACON. Now, that particular TRACON services a number of airports. We have Dallas Fort Worth, Dallas Love. We also have Addison, Executive, Grand Prairie, Arlington, Mesquite, and Lancaster, all being served inside that D10 Dallas TRACON area. So when they lost that facility, they had to do something to minimize the amount of traffic coming through that airspace, so that while they were divesting the airspace from D10 to Fort Worth Center, who was then going to manage that airspace, they had put out the stops first for Dallas Fort Worth and Dallas Love. And then on top of that, they actually went so far as to issue a stop for all the traffic within D10. Now, usually we just caution people, hey, just because you don't see your airport up on the OIS page doesn't mean that you're going to be able to get in and out of an area. In this case, they actually took the extra step of doing that, of posting that stop to all D10 airports in order to help slow down the traffic. With that many airports in there, and Dallas, Fort Worth being American's main hub, you can imagine the amount of traffic that's trying to fly into and out of that particular area. So by putting out those stops, that allowed them to slow down the volume of traffic while they safely moved that responsibility for managing that traffic out of D10 and into Fort Worth Center. So real quick, ATC Zero, there's actually 3 steps to get there. That being the third step, you have an alert status, which is just a way of saying, hey, we want to draw attention to the fact that we're doing work or we're doing something, and if something goes sideways, we could end up in a ATC Limited or ATC Zero status. ATC Limited is the second level there, which is, okay, we've lost some of our services, but we're still able to provide other parts of our published services. And of course, ATC Zero is, we're unable to provide any of the published services that we normally provide, and we need to divest our airspace, whether that's a tower, a TRACON, or a center facility, as I mentioned before. So just a heads up that this is nothing super crazy or anything like that. This is the FAA maintaining the safety and efficiency of that airspace. It does honk up the efficiency of that airspace during that time. But I guarantee you, somebody's having a worse day than you if they've had to evacuate a facility. So just a little kind of insight into what went on with that yesterday, and I hope that helps you understand the situation.